There was no psychology of, oh, your best kicker have to kick first or kick last. It was just straight up penalty kicks, and they won. And we didn't even get to Salah in both occasions. So it's the same thing that happened. I don't think that we should be blaming anybody for picking that. But hey, I'm agree with some of you guys with what you're saying. Ijima, I said in penalties, taking in penalty kick taking anything can happen. Or I agree with you too. Femi IV or Femi 4, he said, I think young or less experienced players feel more pressure when taking penalties. So ideally, they should wait till sudden death. Now, is that not the if you've ever played that, you know that sudden death is the biggest pressure. So if there is any time young players should play penalty, because sudden death is the weight of the world is in that there is no such thing as if I miss, they will not miss, somebody else will come and score. There is no other one like that. So even if you look at it from that angle, that one is even more, more dangerous, more difficult for anybody to fit into. Because in sudden death, everybody who's going out to go kick is carrying the weight of the world on their shoulder. It's not easy. That's my point. So if a team wins on penalty, they should just say they won the lottery on a lucky day today. So it's like winning sports betting. You win 100 million today. You cannot tell me that there is a formula to repeat the winning of that 100 million the next time. Same game, same team, same opposition. You bet the same way. It will not go the same way. So I don't see it. Who would have thought that Nottingham Forest, for instance, would beat Arsenal 1-0 and everybody was mocking Arsenal last minute goal, and then they will play against the defending champion Leicester City and win against Leicester City. Nobody saw that coming. It's football. That's why they say football is like biscuits. Even though I don't understand that part, you don't know where to break. But the thing about this is, for me, this is why I'm saying that football does not have an A to Z. Okay, that's why I also, look at people who said that Senegal did not change tactics. I look at them and I laugh. Somebody came and wrote an epistle on our YouTube channel and he said that Iguavon put in mediocre tactics against Tunisia. He could have seen it and read it. And then he said Jose Mourinho. When he used Jose Mourinho, and I replied him, I said, this same Jose Mourinho that you're talking about that uses tactics and adjust now. Since he left Manchester United, he went to Spurs. He didn't change tactics, he didn't adjust, he was losing. He went to Roma, and Roma was in the top 6 last season. And this season, I don't know where they will end. Because today they're winning, some small team will come and beat them at home, lose matches, and Mourinho is fighting people. What tactics is he using? So sometimes when we say these things, one of the things that I've come to know with football is it is easier to win with quality and experienced players. And it's also easier to lose with young and inexperienced players. Because in a football match, young and inexperienced players don't get any advantage. So let me put this across. Senegal, Egypt, extra time. Sadio Mane dived, clearly dived in front of the referee. Referee had the opportunity to go watch the VAR if he wants to, maybe to award a penalty. But he saw that it was a clear dive. Sadio Mane was on the yellow card already, and he didn't give him a second yellow card. I will bet anything if that was Comoros playing that same game and one of their unknown player did that same thing, I was already on the yellow card, the referee will give him a second yellow card. It's not just an African thing, it's a worldwide thing. I remember Iheanacho saying something that when you play against the big team and there is a 50-50 ball and the referee had to make a decision, a split decision, he will always make it for the big team. So Messi versus, say, Omeru, 50-50 challenge, either ways, the referee will make it for Messi. Argentina versus Nigeria, 50-50 challenge, the referee will make it for Argentina. That's the way it works anywhere in the world in football. So when you see decisions go well for the big team, that's why a small team, if you want to beat a big team, you have to do everything footballically and humanly possible to get your game on, win on the field. If you can't do that, I'm sorry, the referee's call will always work against you. And people are like, not be juju with that. No, not be juju. It's just the way it is because people want big teams to progress. So those are some of the things that happen. But then let's go back to results over the Sunday space. Let me not drag you guys back to Saturday and Friday. But once again, I say congratulations to my wife for predicting, for making a very, very good call about the game. Allah said, they said it's all psychology. I agree with you. Official media _ where to say I think they allowed the most proper players in the team play last so he can take the glory and boost the endorsement. I don't know about that too. I don't know. I've never heard about the endorsement deal anyway. Prince Adebola, Prince underscore Adebola one, he say, Elebotesa, your perspective on Maduka Okoye, so good or so average to be taken to the fiesta. Okay. I'm going to answer that. Femi 4, he said, yeah, at the end of the day, penalties is love. I'm happy Senegal won. Yeah, I'm happy for Senegal as well. Niger for play final, but just that call, we shouldn't have been picked at all. Okay, that's another conversation. I beg, Ijima, I'm not there for that one. I don't there. Let's not talk about that one. Cindy that 2020, he said Guavon changed tactics with the inclusion of Iwobi. But it was unfortunate Iwobi got a red card. Okay, but it was unfortunate. Guavon's Elgotesa, what's your perspective on Maduka? I'm going to answer that. Maduka Okoye was also in goal for Sparta Rotterdam and they conceded. Oh, is there a contract that says that Maduka Okoye should not concede goal? I don't understand when you say and they conceded. Are you saying that Maduka said he wasn't going to concede? Okay, so let me deal with that. Let me deal with that Maduka talk, and we'll get it straight up out of our chest. I think Maduka Okoye have been beaten too much, and it's a tradition. It's a Nigerian tradition. I can understand. Every time we go to tournament and we lose, we always look for the scapegoat, especially with the Super Eagles. If we're not blaming the coach, we're blaming the player. There's got to be one player. So let's track back. In Ghana, Nigeria 2000, it was with Ekpeba. Why did he put his hand on his head? Some people still haven't forgiven him till today. Why did he put it on? People forget how good the team played, how wonderful the team was. They just blame the guy that it was our biggest problem. Got past that one. In 2002 in Mali, it was Sunday Olise. In 2004, I can't remember, it was Chaibu Amodu. In 2006, I think it was Taka or Kanwako. And then within 2008, were we there? Then 2013, we went on to win the Nations Cup. I remember 2012, it was Adeleye that we blamed. And then that was when Sasa didn't qualify. And then we also blamed Kolinudo. We also blamed Sasa that they were leading 2-1. They didn't know that they could manage the game. And then in 2015, when we didn't qualify, we blamed, who did we blame? We blamed Megari for starting the process wrongly. And then, and Iguavan as well. But in 2018, when we went to the World Cup, we put the blame on Odion. We almost killed Odion. We keep blaming people. Let's come to these Super Eagles. The way people are saying it, that, they shouldn't have started Maduka Okoye. Maduka Okoye was very good all through the qualifiers, right? It was our number one. The games he didn't keep, we considered good. Okay, yeah, it was good in between the stick. Are you going to wake up and say you're not going to play? That's one. Two, the first two games he kept in goal, we won. He kept against Egypt. So let's not behave like he kept against weak opposition. He kept against the same Egypt that had gone on to the finals. We won. We didn't concede a goal. Second game, again, we didn't concede a goal. I think it was it was 3-1. We considered the goal. Yeah, penalty. The goal he considered first was the penalty. Then the third game, he wasn't there. Was Francis Uzo. Now try and understand. Your number one goalkeeper. You now wake up and now say, okay, Uzo, go and play. And then somehow you wake up. Prince Adebola said they considered 4 goals. I don't understand. Who are you talking to? Who considered 4 goals? Onana made a big goalkeeping mistake against March versus Burkina Faso, but he's not being dragged like Nigerians drag Maduka. Nigerians need to. Oh, okay. So now you look at Maduka Okoye progression. He's our number one goalkeeper. Are you going to drop your number one just because the fans think that we're going to lose to Tunisia? We did not lose to Tunisia because Maduka Okoye was bad. Maduka Okoye considered 1 goal in that game, and that was the end of it. We lost to Tunisia because our players did not raise their game enough. One, it's a team game, so it's a collective. I was in Cameroon. I saw that game closely. I saw the players, the preparation and the rest. So let me tell you how goalkeepers are selected. Coaches don't select goalkeepers. There is a goalkeeper coach who is in charge of training goalkeepers. Maybe when the clip, the film that we're producing, when it comes out in September, you will understand better. Goalkeeper coach is the one that comes and tell the coach, the chief coach, or the head coach that, look, this is the goalkeeper that is available for selection, and you pick that. So if the goalkeeper coach, I've already told the coach that Maduka is still our number one, I do not see why anybody would think that it was wrong to put him in goal. Now they put him in goal. We considered a goal that people forget that the ball came from midfield. Nobody stopped the ball in midfield. The ball went to the right side of the first line. No, he didn't stop it. Then he crossed it. That was a defensive midfielder that was supposed to cover up, that's supposed to press high or press hard on the ball. Nobody. The two center defenders didn't press on the ball as well. Then the man had the time to dress the ball, shift it, and shoot with a snapshot. Then the goalkeeper was going to his right, lean on his right with his weight, and I've explained this too many times. It seems like I'm repeating myself now. And then he came back, flew full length, but then the ball swung like 25 degrees and then hit the ground. The ball still hit his hand and went into the net. After that goal was considered, we had enough chances to equalize and go on to win the game. Why are we still blaming Maduka Okoye? Did he sign a contract to us that he will not concede a single goal in this tournament? Name a goalkeeper that came to this tournament that didn't concede a goal. Every goalkeeper considered a goal. Some incredible goals, some cheeky goals. This football. But to now make him the scapegoat, go back to your question. Is he good enough to be our number one? Please, when you ask this question, please provide for us with evidence and proof. Who else you want to be our number one? Would you rather want, if Maduka Okoye is that bad, why did Watford go and scout him and sign him? Because they didn't just sign him out of the blues. They must have done a lot of scouting. They scouted him and signed him. He's the one that's going to take over. Maybe Watford is not big enough, okay? Maybe Watford is a small club. But the last time I checked, the Dutch league, Sparta Rotterdam, of wherever he's playing right now, is still way bigger than a goalkeeper that is playing for Apoel Nicosia, second choice, in Cyprus. That we don't even see his performance. Okay, I'm not saying Francis Uzoho is not good, but Nigerians, wait a minute. In 2018, you guys wanted to kill Francis Uzoho. You didn't even say he was a bad goalkeeper or talk about his error. You brought things that are not football related to judge him. That the man is too old, he's claiming 19, but he have a wife and 2 children already, blah, 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 blah. All those pressure, keep him aside. We took, Akpeyi to the 2018 African Cup of Nations. Until the semi-finals, he was the best goalkeeper of the tournament. Only for him to concede a free kick that any goalkeeper will concede, a free kick that Mahrez has scored in the English Premier League against some of the best goalkeepers in the world, and also scored in the Champions League against some of the best goalkeepers in the world. Nigeria said that he wasn't good enough. He should be fired. Why would Nigeria even have a goalkeeper that is playing in the South African League keeping goal for us? Now it's Maduka Okoye. So let's say Maduka Okoye, Francis Uzoho, and Akpeyi is not in goal. Who do you think will be goal for Nigeria? I know that some people are going at length and see it. So I'm going to explain that to you. I was in Cameroon, so I saw all of these things happen. Maduka Okoye did not grant anybody interview. So ordinarily, some journalists will take that personal. And then you know how it works here in the media. I've been in the media long enough to say this, and not because I want to disrespect anybody, but because it's the truth. The way the media work, any footballer that is friendly to journalists does not get criticism. Have you noticed that? I mean, I'm still one of those few who would interview you and still criticize you. I don't care if you do wrong. And so because he doesn't grant anybody interview, he doesn't talk to people, he minds his business, he stays on his lane, people think he's a proud person. How about thinking that he's shy? How about thinking that the pressure of representing Nigeria, a country of 200 million people, small boy yesterday that was playing in 4th division in Germany, all of a sudden carrying that weight. How about thinking that that could be a very big weight on his shoulder? But hey, we just think that because you're a professional footballer, you must behave in a certain way. And if you don't behave like that, then there's a problem. I don't think that killing Maduka Okoye is good for our football. Because at the end of the day, don't forget, the other goalkeepers that you are rooting for right now, they are looking at Maduka Okoye, how you are treating Maduka Okoye, and they are saying to themselves, now so tomorrow now, I will go consider one goal and so they will kill me too. Then those other players that have not made up their mind to play for Nigeria, they are still in between. They are seeing all of this attack on social media. They are saying to themselves, oh, is this how Nigeria treat their players? I don't think I want to go and play for this country. For a team that a goalkeeper that considered 2 goals, 1 a penalty, 1 a snapshot, to be treated like this, the day I make a mistake, they practically kill me. We're not racially abusing him, but what was said to him is worse than the racial abuse that Saka got for missing a penalty at the Euro. So Prince, he said Sparta Rotterdam considered 4 goals in the weekend with Okoye Igo. Yes, because the defenders were not defending well. Every goalkeeper is good because they have good defenders. I've not seen when Peter Cech was at Chelsea, when John Terry was willing to use his eye to block ball, Peter Cech kept clean sheets. When he came to Arsenal, we realized that Peter Cech is not as good as people thought he is. It's as simple as that. Every player, every goalkeeper is as good as the defense in front of them. You wouldn't say that Sparta Rotterdam is now one of the big teams that have good defenders. But one of the things you should ask yourself is, as much as he's conceding those goals, why did Watford go out of their way to go sign him? Oh, just because he's a Nigerian? Maybe. I don't know. Prince Adebola, he said, Iwobi is better off being a reggae star. Have you seen him sing reggae before? I can't pick him in my street 5-a-side soccer. Oh, really? I don't know. I thought they said he's the best thing that ever happened to football since Maradona. For me, according to Sean Dida, he said, for me, Madueke don't have the commanding and confidence factor. Really? Okay, now. Okay. No problem. He said Uzor have that confidence level. Was it not the Uzor that he almost killed from the 2018 World Cup? Are you forgetting all of a sudden? 2018 number 2-2. It's just 4 years ago. It's not so long ago that you people almost killed this same Francis Uzor. Yes, on Facebook, Adele Kingsley said Madueke Okoye was never the problem. Ugo Uwanchin said, beg, make them leave Madueke Okoye alone. We seem to be bad losers, serious one. Onana's blunder against Burkina Faso was worse than that of Madueke Okoye. Tell them all, let them see. You know, some people have made up their mind to like tear you down. There's nothing anybody can do. There's no amount of analysis that you can give, because maybe one of their favorite presenters have said that Madueke Okoye is bad. What are you going to say? I don't even like getting involved on this Madueke Okoye because it doesn't have a clear definition of judgment. People will bring in things that are not football related. Somebody even said that it's because he likes women that make it. I tell you, Nobleman Flyer, he said, I won't criticize Iwobi, but he needs to do more. However, I wholeheartedly supported Okoye. The boy will go places. Okay, thank you very much for that. On the YouTube channel, Divine Tonke said Vincent Abubakar's performance on Saturday made me understand why Ross said we need experience in the team. Oluwaseyi Adebowale, he said, thank God Egypt didn't win. It would have been a travesty for such a boring team to win the AFCON. My brother, go sit down. It should be such a boring team. If Nigeria and I play like that, go reach final, you know what I mean? Sometimes say I talk funny things. What is boring about the Egyptian team? Boring team called boring team. And then Divine went on to say, Nigeria was unlucky with the Tunisian game. We could have been up by 3 goals within the first 30 minutes. On another day, those chances created in that timeline could have gone in on another day. Okay, any truth with the Amunike and the Guavon pairing? Plus, what's the update on Egeria and Lookman's switch? Well, they have not officially made their switch. Egeria and Lookman have not officially made their switch. FIFA needs to grant it, and then the players also need to say, okay, we want to be part of Nigeria. That has not happened. So let's keep cool first and watch as situation turns. Okay, Nobleman Flyer, I say, okay, I've read that one before on Instagram. And for the Amunike and Iguavon's pairing, honestly speaking, I have not had time to have a word on that. I was in Abuja and I called Iguavon, I remember, and he said he's in Lagos. I was coming over the weekend, but then over the weekend he went to Kwara to go see Kwara United Lobby Stars game. So it's going around Nigeria, watching teams, watching players, and seeing what he can do. But I also spoke with Amunike because we're working on doing another film room production with Iman Amunike, and he told me he's not coming to Nigeria, that he's going to Spain. So I don't think that they've done anything official. It could just be gossip talk right now. If you want to do something official, you call the guy, you sit down and negotiate contract with his team, his lawyers, his agent, and then you agree on terms. I don't think that has been done. Until we do that, I think Iguaman is still the guy in charge, maybe on interim, because officially documents have not also been signed to make him the head coach of this substantial head coach of the team. But either way, he's still the one in charge. Prince Adebola said Iwobi is better off being okay. Let me not talk about that one again. Chris Egbule, he said, good morning, Legote. Enjoying you live from Dubai. Thank you very much. Why Eguavon did not make use of Eduke Chidera in the match against Tunisia? Because he didn't dress him. Okay? Once you didn't dress a player, he made a judgment call. He thought that the players were good enough. Unfortunately, they did deliver. Creator Ediale, one of Nigeria's best writer right now, currently, if you don't follow Ediale Kingsley on Facebook and read his piece, then you're doing yourself harm. If you like to read, I think that's one person you should read for. Talking about reading, if you've not bought that Son Ulises book, you should go look for it and buy it. You would, if you read that Son Ulises book, you will learn how not to be angry at anything that's happening in Nigeria football today, because you'll be so sure that everything that is in that book is still happening in Nigeria football. You'll not just realize that we're in default setting. Okay, sorry, I jumped that one. Oh. He said, "Don't mind them. That's how they crucified Raw with the boring excuse. If we got to the final and win with boring play, would we accept it? We would rejoice. We would jump to the high heavens." See, last time they said, "Why are we playing the World Cup qualifiers home game in Abuja? Are our officials not tactical to know the weather, temperature, and humidity won't favor our foreign players? Are you really serious? Did you just say that now? So let me ask you a lesson, please. Where do you want us to play the game? Just tell me where you think we should play the game. And Abuja, 5 p.m. What makes you think Abuja is hot by 5 p.m. that our foreign-based players cannot play in Abuja? But for just to humor me and to educate me, tell me where you think we should play the game. If not Abuja, sorry, please tell me. Prince Adegola, he say it will be is better. Do you keep repeating this message? Please stop. Olasade said, okay, so the Uyo Stadium is not available to be used. That's one. Another thing you should know is humidity is not what play football. People came from Europe and won the African Cup of Nations in Cameroon. Cameroon is 10 times hotter than Abuja. You see the games that they play in Cameroon. Within the first 30 minutes, the players are already dressed, soaking with sweat. It's not humidity or weather that wins matches for people. We're going to play the World Cup in Qatar later this year. People are playing matches in Dubai, in Saudi Arabia, in hot weather. Okay, the players in Europe right now are begging for warm weather. That's why you see the English League went on 18 days break. And where did they go to? The players didn't go to cold region. Some went to Dubai, others went to Saudi Arabia to go get warm weather. So I don't understand why that same warm weather now is available in Abuja. It's not like it's warm. I just came back from Abuja on Saturday. I was in Abuja for like a couple of days. I didn't see that warm weather, that heat that you're talking about. So please, let's be very sure of what we're saying before we can say it. Please, can you explain why it will be red card in AFCON and it will count for the World Cup playoff? I don't get it. Can you explain, please? It's an official FIFA game as well, so they continue the progression. Okay. Last Sunday we go here and let us hear it. No big deal. The Ghana team that is coming, are they not foreign-based players too? Where are they playing the game? They are playing their own game in Cape Coast that is also having hot weather. And then we're going to play in Abuja. The Ghana players are Euro-based, I guess. So you're saying that the players from Ghana will adapt to the Abuja, but Nigerian players who are born inside egg or inside ice cream machine will not be able to play in that place. Well, I don't know your understanding of football, but let's just leave it there so that before somebody will not say, I've insulted them again. Divine said Nigeria was unlucky. Okay, I've read that one before. And Emmanuel Okonta, yes, my guy, he said the people need to leave Maduka Okoye and him playing and conceding for his club and Nigeria. Our great referee used to concede 6 goals weekly with his club. Go ahead, Eagles. Yes, I agree with you on that one. Yeah. Hello, good morning. Hello. 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 Yeah, good morning. Hey, Stanley, what's up? How you doing? Okay, talk to me.
When the dish man crowd for you,
They don't want to
people
leave
they
them.
make
They don't want to
mistakes.
leave a million
People
at
they
all.
make mistakes. That is the same thing. I think football is this thing happen and what
But
people
me,
are
but
done
me, I
yesterday.
refuse to accept that that
The
goal he considered
the
was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. It was a goal.
it
It was
was
just a good goal. So
it was a
to
good
even
goal.
say
So
it's a
I
mistake,
so
it's
what
like he
I'm
made a
saying is
mistake. He
that
didn't
no,
make a
I'm not
mistake.
giving it to you that even if it was for me, I didn't see the way people are seeing it. So what I'm saying that okay, let's even take it that he made a mistake. He did have the handle. In the king, this about the king, there was this nation from the BTK that allowed took everybody and gave him a two of the middle. So it was what we are people are in the room. The king was very close to the line, those post line. So these things have to involve with strike things. They should just leave that guy alone. So secondly, I want to there's something I saw that just interested my gave me interest. I saw that this guy, Tevez, had as assistant white guy. So it was just interesting, the Senegalese coach. So it was just interesting for me to see that this things happen. After it just happened with Kali, I was like that. And I mean, but it was nice to see such a scenario, and I was happy to see that you have to work on that you that making. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. That's a good observation. I think that naturally the black man. See, if I say this, it will definitely be taken out of context. So let me try not to say it. Okay. Let me just let it slide. They say Abuja is 38 degrees high today, right? On the day of the match, what's the degree going to be like? What is it going to be like? We've been playing matches in Abuja, we've qualified, we play competition in Abuja. What are you saying? The fact is, first off, you have to consider where do we have a good facility to host the game? When was the last time the Uyo Stadium hosted a match? That's something you should know. Okay, and then you have to consider the fact that government now they've invested so much in the Abuja Stadium. We can't play in Uyo. Uyo is a temporary solution to a problem that we've had. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. You're calling from? All right, talk to me. Thank you. I can't hear you. Hello? Okay. All right. So I don't think that because we're going to play a match in Abuja, all of a sudden you think we'll lose. Wait, what's this thing with being negative? Like just being negative is something that gives people orgasm in Nigeria. But let me try to control my thoughts here so that I don't say things that somebody will say they call it they join my show and I insulted them. Elegantesa, in your huge experience, do we have the perfect team? Nobody have the perfect team. Nobody. So what's the perfect team, by the way? Hello, good morning. Okay, Henry, talk to me.
And I'm saying I've been listening to people since after Nigeria every population stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody around this man called Pele. So we thought say now it like women. Now this one I person. So we thought say it will do fine boy. And this one person. Did everybody want the Barcelona Atletico Madrid game yesterday?
The fourth goal that all black.
You are all black for the fourth goal. I don't know. This country, I love the us.
For sure. We just like to find fault anyway. But it's a bad attitude that we should change. We just look for fault, try to blame people. We've not even got to play the match in Abuja. Somebody's already finding fault in the game that is going to be played in Abuja. I don't think that we should be so quick to find fault where there's no fault. Nigerians also act a lot of Nigerians also act very entitled. Once it is Nigeria, we think we should beat everybody. Sometimes accept that. From my own observation, we have a team that is not balanced. Inexperienced, there was a lot of inexperience in that team. And when it was the time the team needed experience didn't come true for them. Senegal won this Nations Cup not because they were the most fantastic team, but because they had a balance of experience. You can have quality at the back, in the middle, and attack like that, and not win the tournament. They had experience on the side. They had fighters. They had young players that can run, but they also had senior players who could frustrate the opposition, who could stand in front of the referee and speak, and the referee would listen. We didn't have those ones. We have very young players who are just growing and maturing. And let's not forget, when Iheanacho explained all of this to Nigerians, Nigerians said his style of play was not good. Oh, they wanted to see good style of play. They want to have they want to like the team. Nah, you got a team that you liked, but got knocked out in the round of 16. Be careful what you ask for. Okay, somebody said, okay, I want to have experienced players in my team. I want to put them in such a way that they can play the way I want them to play. Nigeria said, no, that's not what they play the Nigerian way. We went to the Nations Cup and played the Nigerian way. Did we win anything? No. We won the group stage, which was exciting. Nigerians wanted excitement, and that's what we got. But let's get past that. Okay, let's get past that. The question of the perfect team. There's nobody who have a perfect team. Not Belgium, not Brazil, not Germany, not France, not England, not Spain, not even club side. Nobody have a perfect team. Every team have a chink in the armor. Look at the last game that Man City played before they went on the break. Who would have thought that that is the kind of team that will hold Man City, Almighty Man City, to a draw? That's just football for you. Nobody have a perfect team. Every team can win and every team can be beaten. On your day, you are the best team in the world. On your off day, you're the worst team in the world. Nobody thought that Comoros would beat Ghana 3-2 in the last group game. But that happened. Is Comoros a better team than Ghana? Let's play that game again. The result will not go that way. Nigeria and Tunisia, let's play that game again. The result might not go that way. It might repeat itself. Tunisia might score more. Nigeria might convert all those chances that they had, and the story will be different. If Sadiq Umar took the chances he had, Peter Lainka, everybody took the chances they had, I bet you people would have been saying that Guavon is the greatest coach, that even Iheanacho cannot make this type of inspired substitution, blah, 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 blah. When it works, you are a genius. When it doesn't work, it's a problem. But there is a thin line between criticizing and destroying. You criticize to the point and then you move on, you start looking for solutions. People say, Monica Okoye is good. Okay, let's have Francis Uzor. What are the basis for you picking Francis Uzor? I don't know. Is Francis Uzor good enough to be good for the Super Eagles? Yes, I think that the 4 goalkeepers that they took to the Nations Cup, Noble, Akpeyi, Uzor, and Manuka, all of them are good enough. That's what you make a team. Egypt practically used every goalkeeper that they brought to this tournament. Okay, so they are good enough to be good. Anyone that stays in good deserves to be supported and given a chance. I don't think that one is better than the other one. I just believe that everyone should be given a chance. Emmanuel Okota is saying, no, that's great. Mario Nathaniel said, Monica Okoye is just unfairly targeted. Okay, and then Emmanuel Okota went on. He said, guy did not even make the mistake that led to the goal. Ola, made the mistake. The real person to blame, I'm not trying to throw him under the bus now, but the real mistake was from Ola, But people forget that it's Monica Okoye that must be killed. So let's kill him. Divine Toke said, we have so many journalists with loud voices running agenda against players, coaches, and administrators. God will help us. Okoye crime now say in the fine boy. How can somebody's offense even be because it's fine? I don't get it. Because that's what everybody keeps saying. It's fine. He's posting picture. Doing selfie. He then stayed himself. Damn. I don't know, but I've seen too much attack on Monica Okoye on social media that I just wonder what people enjoy doing. Mario Daniel Natari said at Divine, rightly said, our journalists are one of the major problems we have. They need serious education on image branding. Okay, so yesterday, Leicester City was losing. When the third goal was scored and it was 3-0, you saw a Leicester fan jump into the field trying to attack the guy who scored the goal at Nottingham Forest. If that had happened in Nigeria, all Nigerian media today, that would just be the conversation. Nobody will talk about the goals and score, the way Bournemouth got knocked out by Torture team, the whole Middlesbrough winning against Manchester United. That will not be the conversation. What will be in the conversation is how bad Nigerian football has been, how fans can just jump into the stadium. In Europe, that can never happen. In England, you cannot see that happen. That's what we would have been saying. The journalists, the fans, and everybody. But it happened in England, in your mighty England. Last season, I keep reminding people, but people pretend like it didn't happen. Last season, a league match was shut down because fans invaded Old Trafford. Manchester United versus Liverpool. That game was called off in the course of the season. Nobody was sanctioned. Nobody paid fine. Nothing happened. Try that in Nigeria. Nigerian fans will tell you, oh, this is why we don't want to go stadium. The violence, the this. We are not safe. Hooligans. stop the game from going on. Liverpool had come for that game, not like they told them not to come. They had come for the game, and that happened. If it happened in Nigeria, we'll be killing everybody right now. Well, let me check what the fans are saying on Facebook as well. Okay, I think I've got all that covered. So let's look at some of the headlines that jumped at my face. Okay, we see football in different ways. That according to Xavi, Barcelona boss Xavi aims deep at rival Diego Simeone after his side beat Atletico Madrid 4-2 to climb above the champions into La Liga top 4 before praising physical beast Adama Traore on his great debut. And let's not forget that Aubameyang also made his debut on that. Forest 4-1 win over Leicester City. FA Cup holders dumped out by East Midland drivers who add the Foxes to their Premier League scalp after beating Arsenal in the third round of the competition. Yes, this man is also just never die. Mike Ashley feels Derby County's administrators have made him feel like a pariah and do not want the former Newcastle owner to buy the crisis club. Well, he said he wants to invest in the club, but then the owners are saying, the administrators are saying, well, if we go by your history with Newcastle, we don't want you to come and buy this club and then turn it to that one. But then again, you ask yourself, would it not be better for just anybody to come and invest in Derby instead of letting them go into extinction? Brendan Rodgers slammed awful Leicester after 4-1 hammering against Nottingham Forest and claims his players were embarrassing and lacked hunger in the FA Cup defeat. Okay, but you are the coach. When they were winning, you were taking the glory. Why don't you also blame yourself in that one? That's the way I see it. Boreham Wood boss Luke Gerrard on top of the world after National League side pull off stunning FA Cup giant killing against Bournemouth and says he expected his team to concede 8 goals. Talking about a coach with low mentality. But then they won anyway, so we can forgive him for thinking like that. Let's not forget that the Winter Olympic is going on somewhere. Okay, Leicester fan arrested after running to confront celebrating Nottingham Forest players after they had just scored to go 3 goals up in the FA Cup fourth round. Senegal captain Khalidou Koulibaly labels Edouard Mendy the best goalkeeper in the world after penalty shootout success in the AFCON final as super proud Chelsea star reveals in victory over Egypt. Got away with that big time. Sadio Mane escapes a second yellow card for a blanter dive in extra time of AFCON final against Egypt before stepping up to score the winning penalty. The man who scored the winning penalty. Sadio Mane wins AFCON for Senegal. Liverpool stars fires home winning penalty in shootout after he had missed an early spot kick in the final and escaped the red card to leave Mo Salah crying and devastated. Okay, Mo Salah that was running away from the media. Well, Arsenal hero, former Ajax hero, Mark Overmars leaves Ajax director of football role after sending inappropriate message to female colleague, which Edwin van der Sar brands appalling. I never said anyone sexually assaulted me. Missing Chinese tennis star Peng Shuai insists a social media post was an enormous misunderstanding as she finally speaks to the foreign media in stage-managed interview. That girl is under duress. She's speaking under duress. Your best penalty kick taker should never go fifth. Jamie Carragher baffled by madness decision to leave Mo Salah's spot kick until last after Egypt lost AFCON final shootout before they got to pick one. Okay, so let's talk about some very, very savage story. And Lediman, it says Xavi Aston Villa has spent the £100 million of Jack Grealish cash well. Plus, Aubameyang's problem was scoring, not Arteta. And after the outcry against Jesse Lingard's week of what happened to being kind. Okay, so I think why I read that is I've heard so many people said Arteta this, Arteta that about Aubameyang. The truth of the matter is he wasn't scoring goals. And Arsenal did not have the luxury of 10 points ahead to put Aubameyang week in, week out and hope that he will come good. He just wasn't scoring goals. We will see if he changes. If he changes in Spain, okay, he's playing in a team that creates a lot of goals, a team that he doesn't need to run that much, but it will soon pretty much find out. Okay, Adebola Temitope Oluwa Shelfomi, he said reward for hard work and patience, and Senegalese believe in Aliou Cissé's despite what happened in 2018 World Cup. Senegal FA will keep him on the job. Kudos to Senegal FA for proper scrapping of players for the national team. One thing, congratulations to the new African champion. Another thing we should also look at is if Cisse was in Nigeria, would the fans allow him after what happened in 2018? No. The fans would say, I got the finance, he lost. It's not a lucky coach, it's this. But then they kept it. Now they've come back and then they've won this one. Congratulations to them. And we're all happy for them. But you see, it takes patience to make that happen. It doesn't just happen overnight. And Sadio Mane said, we've waited 60 years for this. Mane scores winning penalty as Senegal lift African Cup of Nations. Wow, very, 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 very excited. Don't forget that Dani Alves scored in Barcelona's 4-2 win. Messi scores only second league goal as PSG hammer Lille to go 13 points clear in French league. And also, they've also told the coach that, Oga, we like you. By the end of the season, we'll look for a new coach. So you can go get your Manchester United job, which is your dream job. But let's talk about some transfer rumor, even though the transfer would have closed, but then there are still rumors, speculations, and all that before I leave the studio. West Ham and England midfielder Declan Rice, 23, will be the subject of a summer transfer fight between Manchester United and Chelsea. That's according to the Mail. Okay, Barcelona are hoping to conclude the transfer of Chelsea and Spain's defender Cesar Azpilicueta, who's 32, and Denmark centre-back Andreas Christensen, 25, in a matter of days. Now, the funny thing about this is Chelsea is going to lose two key players. Who are they going to sign to replace them? Lille president Olivier Leclerc says 22-year-old Netherlands defender Sven Botman, who was linked with a move to Newcastle in January, deserved to play for a club that can win the Champions League, not for a club that is battling to survive relegation. Representative of former West Ham and Manchester United and Manchester City striker Carlos Tevez are in talks with MLS side DC United. The 38-year-old Argentine has been a free agent since leaving Boca Juniors in July last year. Okay, Carlos Tevez is still playing. Okay, they don't retire. Okay, Barcelona, I didn't mean anything. Barcelona are lining up a move for 23-year-old Sevilla defender Jules Koundé. The France international is also a target for Chelsea. Let's see who wins the tug of war. Manchester United have agreed a £12 million fee with Flamengo for Andres Pereira, the club in his homeland where the 26-year-old Brazilian is on loan. Former England striker Kevin Phillips says Liverpool could sign a long-term successor for Egypt Mohamed Salah, 29, in 20-year-old Arsenal and England forward Bukayo Saka. Okay, Liverpool, bring your money. We're waiting for that. I think Arsenal should please extend Saka's contract so that there'll be peace in the land. Right now, there's no peace in the land at all. Okay, Chelsea and Germany's 28-year-old defender Anthony Rudiger, who is out of contract at the end of the season, wants £225,000 a week to stay at Stamford Bridge. If not, the guy is going. But the Blues are only willing to give him £140,000 a week. Leeds United and England midfielder Kevin Phillips, this is different Kevin Phillips anyway, not Papa Beju, is pushing for a new contract. West Ham offered $55 million for the 26-year-old in January transfer windows, but Philip is happy to be at Elland Road with Leeds if he gets a new deal. RB Leipzig director Olivia Mintzlaff, okay, it's confident 24-year-old French midfielder Christophe Nkunku will remain at the club despite interest from Liverpool, Arsenal, and the rest of them. So that they talk. When money will come, they will change mind. Okay, France defender Lavin Kurzawa. You know this guy? This is a guy that made Nigerian defender. What's his name again? Nigerian left fullback. What's his name now? Ichejile. Edison Ichejile. That's the guy that made him to retire. That's the guy that frustrates his life. I made him to retire. He was offered on loan to Lille by Paris Saint-Germain in January transfer window, but they rejected him. Liverpool are hoping to sign Barcelona midfielder Xavi. The 17-year-old Spanish wonderkid is out of contract in 18 months and has turned down the latest offers. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is set to sign for another season at AC Milan. The 40-year-old Sweden striker has been linked with a move elsewhere, but technical director Paulo Maldini is confident he will sign a new contract with the Serie A club. Have you seen that 40-year-old still playing at top level, not going to Qatar, Dubai, whatever, Saudi Arabia, but playing at top level and signing for a big club like AC Milan? Zlatan, I need to meet your voodoo priest, okay? But at this point, this is where we'll call it a wrap on the show today. It's been a wonderful time being on the show. I've had good fun. But before I go, let me make an appeal. This one is an appeal. It's not, it's not all right. I'm not entitled to it, please. But I want to just appeal to your good senses, okay? It's important that I make so that we all can share in somebody's pain, somebody's sadness right now. So when we went to Cameroon in this January for the African Cup of Nations, Emmanuel Sebastian, who happens to be my co-presenter every Tuesday. If you watch our channel, you will see his work. You see he's the host of the show on Tuesday. Was in Cameroon. He left. This is his first time he's traveling out of the country. He left to cover the African Cup of Nations, bring the interview with players and the rest. So while he was in Cameroon, he left his mom and dad and his younger sisters in their house in Ajegule. But somehow, a neighbor was cooking and the gas cooker caught fire and the house got burnt. From that house to their house, everything got burnt. So right now they are practically homeless, clothesless, nothing. His mom is makes cakes and confectionaries and the rest of them, pastries and the rest of them. Now they don't have anything. We are trying to raise funds. We've tried on our part. Fans of Elegote TV Radio have also arisen for. Please, if you look at the post, there's a post about it on our YouTube channel. Please do well to help us contribute. The account number is on the comment in that post. Please do well to help us raise funds so that we can help them quickly get an accommodation. I've been homeless before, so I know how this feels. Okay, young men, we can always survive. We can sneak into our friends' house and all that. But when you have sisters who have to now, grown sisters who have come of age, who have to now depend on, living in a public space. No privacy, that's bad. I have a 7-year-old daughter who demands for her privacy all the time. So I'm thinking, adult girls, that's bad. And it is times like this that push people to do things that they don't want to do. So if you're capable, please reach out to us, contribute whatever you can. The funny thing is, you never know. The little you're going to give will go a long way. Let's help them get an accommodation. The plan that I have is for us to raise enough money to get an accommodation, buy, a few things, television, chairs, furniture, but then buy the gas cooker and the baking pans, the things that the mother used for her business, because that's how, they can sustain it, so that we don't keep coming to pay rent every year when the rent is due. But please, for a hardworking family that has lost everything that they have, all their documents, everything, please, if you can, do well to support Emmanuel Sebastian and his family. Reach out to us, reach out via DM or send me email, or anyhow you can reach out to us and ask for the account that you can send the money to. It's not my account anyway. You can send the money to, it will be well accounted for, and when it is delivered to them, we have a 2 weeks timeline. Like, we need to raise this money in 2 weeks. Please help us to get this family out of the street and back into a comfortable home. It doesn't have to be a mansion, but a comfortable home where they can come together again and feel happy. Let humanity prevail over the sufferings. I know that everywhere things are not smooth, things are not right, but please help us. And as I sign that, Yahaya Tai will say, I am pleased with the team formation now. I think the team will do better in future. Ulisse should be given chance to be part of the think tank for general football development in Nigeria. While I love that idea, I don't think Ulisse is interested right now. I talk to Ulisse on a regular basis. I don't think he's ready for that right now. Rex Mark Saliba, he said, who is still the coach of the Super Eagles? Austin Cerezo Owen Iguavo is the coach of the Super Eagles. My name is Edafimatu Esogene. I've had a good time with you guys, and I hope that you guys also had a good time on the show. Let's do this again tomorrow. Emmanuel Sebastian and myself will be here. I don't know whether Emmanuel Sebastian will make it, but I think he's a tough guy. He should be here, and I will give him the chance to also share his story and say it the way it is, because sometimes you need to hear from the horse's mouth. But I trust that he will be here. God bless you. Thanks to every one of you who joined in on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook, and those of you who also called in via the phone line 07025000069, and those of you who listen on the mobile application at Elegote TV Radio on your Android. I was still working on the iOS. We tried to put it back in December. It was rejected. I don't know why, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you, and God bless you. Have yourself a wonderful and amazing day.